Class A, motorhome. The Class A motorhome is the largest self-propelled recreational vehicle built for civilian use, running 26 to 45 feet in length, standing 13 feet tall, with the heaviest diesel models reaching a gross vehicle weight of 51,000 pounds. The engine sits at the rear in large diesel configurations, producing up to 600 pound-feet of torque at 1,500 RPM. Fuel tanks hold between 100 and 150 gallons, and combined tank capacity supports weeks of travel without a dump station or municipal water connection. The living quarters and cockpit share a single, integrated body, with premium configurations including motorized slide-out wall sections, full-size kitchen appliances, and satellite systems. Entry units start at $60,000, and the top of the market reaches $500,000. Many state and national park campgrounds enforce a 30-foot length restriction, and a 45-foot coach requires advanced route planning to avoid low-clearance bridges and turning radii that exceed older campground road geometry. One optional system offered on a GMC diesel model in the 1970s routed liquid waste through the vehicle's exhaust to destroy it through heat, and was discontinued due to odor output and conflict with emissions regulations. Teardrop camper. The teardrop camper is the smallest purpose-built towable shelter in production, running 8 to 14 feet in length and weighing under 1,000 pounds in standard configurations, with lighter models falling below 500 pounds dry. The interior contains a fixed sleeping area for 2 occupants and no additional functional space. The kitchen is mounted externally at the rear, enclosed by a hatch that lifts upward to provide overhead cover while stationary, with no interior cooking and no standing height anywhere in the unit. The format expanded during the 1930s when magazines published complete DIY construction plans executable with standard 4x8 plywood sheets, and after World War II, surplus aircraft aluminum from decommissioned military production allowed manufacturers to reduce unit weight below timber-framed versions. In the 21st century, boutique builders have moved the format into a premium price tier, with finished units now priced above many full-size travel trailers. The format has no structural solution for extended poor weather, as the kitchen and all non-sleeping activity are located outside with no covered alternative. Toy hauler. The toy hauler is a travel trailer or fifth-wheel configuration with a sealed cargo garage built into the rear, available in lengths from 26 to 47 feet, and dry weights from 5,000 to over 16,000 pounds. The rear garage runs 8 to 14 feet in usable length, with a ramp door rated to 3,000 pounds of rolling load, and the frame is reinforced along its full length to prevent deflection under static cargo weight. When raised and fitted with railings and an awning, the ramp door functions as a rear deck. The first unit of this configuration was constructed in 1996 to support the Atlanta Olympic torch relay, built as a Class C with a rear cargo bay and liftgate, and consumer demand following television coverage produced a dedicated market segment within a few years. The primary engineering constraint is gas vapor management. The garage connects to the living quarters through an interior wall, and fuel vapors from stored motorcycles or ATVs can migrate into the sleeping area if the partition is not sealed and vented to the exterior. Pop-up camper. The pop-up camper stores at a closed height of 4.5 to 5 feet and deploys to a shelter with sleeping capacity for up to 8 occupants through an electric lift system that raises the hard roof panel vertically, after which the bed sections extend outward on hinged frames and canvas panels enclose the sides. A unit measuring 12 feet in towing configuration can occupy 28 feet of campsite footprint at full deployment. Dry weight runs from 700 to 3,000 pounds, and new units are priced from $5,000 to $25,000, placing the format below every other covered multi-person camping trailer in acquisition cost. Canvas and vinyl wall panels provide minimal thermal insulation and no meaningful acoustic separation, making the format unsuitable for cold weather use. Canvas panels packed into storage while wet develop mold within weeks, and a trailer stored damp for an extended period requires full panel replacement rather than surface cleaning. Fifth wheel trailer. The fifth wheel trailer uses a horseshoe-shaped coupling plate mounted in the truck bed directly over the rear axle, connecting to a kingpin at the forward section of the trailer and placing the tongue weight load above the truck's rear axle rather than behind the bumper, reducing lateral sway to a fraction of what a comparable bumper pull trailer generates at highway speed. Units run from 25 to over 45 feet in length, with dry weights from 7,000 to 20,000 pounds, and a gross vehicle weight rating reaching 24,000 pounds, requiring a 3/4 ton or 1 ton pickup with a bed-mounted hitch. The forward section of the trailer overhangs the truck bed at a higher floor elevation than the remainder of the interior, producing a bi-level layout used as the master bedroom on most floor plans. At the upper end of the market, fifth-wheel interiors match Class A motorhomes in ceiling height, kitchen specification, and total square footage. The mechanical failure mode specific to this format is kingpin separation. A hitch not fully locked or operated without adequate lubrication can allow the trailer to slide rearward out of the coupling while in motion, dropping the front of the trailer onto the truck bed rails at full static weight. Class B motorhome. The Class B motorhome is built on standard cargo van platforms, including the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, Ford Transit, and Ram ProMaster, running 16 to 24 feet in length at a gross vehicle weight of 6,000 to 11,000 pounds, with fuel economy of 18 to 25 miles per gallon. New units are priced from $95,000 to over $250,000, producing the highest cost per square foot of any production RV category. The outer body is the unmodified factory van shell, meaning the vehicle retains the crash safety engineering of its automotive platform, including production-tested crumple zones and airbag systems absent from all other motorized RV classes. Interior configurations compress a kitchen, sleeping area, toilet, freshwater system, and solar electrical array into a shell approximately 6 feet wide. The vehicle fits within a standard parking space and can access trailhead parking areas and urban parking structures that are physically inaccessible to larger configurations. The format became the primary vehicle of the van life movement in the 2010s, partly because a white panel van in factory configuration does not visually identify itself as a recreational vehicle, allowing parking in urban locations where dedicated RV space is unavailable. Van conversion. The van conversion shares its chassis with the factory Class B, but is built by a custom shop or the owner, with interior configuration determined entirely by the intended use of the specific unit, rather than a general production specification. Custom shop build time runs 8 to 20 weeks, and current professional builds use aircraft-grade aluminum cabinetry, composite panels, and lithium battery and solar systems that frequently exceed factory Class B electrical specifications. The format has roots in the 1960s, when low-cost commercial vans were modified with platform beds and propane burners by travelers operating outside the conventional accommodation market. Resale valuation is difficult to establish because no two conversions are identical, and warranty coverage applies only to the converting shop's workmanship rather than a national dealer network. The largest version of the format is the converted school bus, retaining the original chassis while replacing the interior function entirely and producing a usable floor length of up to 40 feet on a standard 72-passenger body. Travel trailer. The travel trailer connects to a ball and coupler hitch on the rear frame of the tow vehicle and, once unhitched at the campsite, leaves the tow vehicle fully independent. Units run from 12 to 35 feet in length, with dry weights from 1,200 to 10,500 pounds, and gross vehicle weight ratings reaching 12,500 pounds, priced from $10,000 to over $50,000 new. The format accounts for the largest share of RV units sold annually by a margin that exceeds every other category combined. Weight distribution hitches transfer tongue load forward to the front axle to maintain steering response, and sway control bars use friction resistance to counter the lateral oscillation that develops at highway speed when a large trailer is deflected by crosswind or the pressure wave of a passing vehicle. A trailer carrying an incorrect proportion of its weight forward of the axle can induce a sway cycle the tow vehicle cannot damp, with documented outcomes including rollover. Hitch separation from an improperly locked coupler produces a free-rolling trailer, with no independent braking at travel speed. Truck camper. The truck camper slides into the bed of a pickup truck, is secured with tie-down straps and turnbuckles at the four corners, and travels as cargo with no wheels of its own. Units weigh from 1,000 to over 4,000 pounds, and run 8 to 11 feet in body length, with a forward nose section extending over the cab roof to add interior volume above the driver without increasing road footprint. 4 electric or manual jacks extend from the camper body to hold the unit freestanding at the campsite while the truck drives out from underneath. The loaded configuration raises the vehicle's center of gravity by approximately 3 feet above the unloaded truck baseline, narrowing the handling margin in lateral maneuvers and sustained crosswind conditions. Most half-ton pickups carry a payload rating of 1,500 to 2,000 pounds, insufficient for any camper above basic specification when fully provisioned, making a 3/4 ton or 1 ton truck the operational minimum for units above 2,000 pounds dry. The truck's rear hitch remains accessible with a camper installed, supporting a towed trailer behind the combined rig on roads too narrow or rough for any wheeled towable RV. Class C motorhome. The Class C motorhome is built on a cutaway truck or van chassis, with the cab supplied as a finished automotive front end and the living quarters constructed behind it by the RV manufacturer. The overcab compartment extending forward above the driver's cab provides a dedicated sleeping berth or storage area without requiring conversion of any daytime living surface. Units run 20 to 33 feet in length, weigh up to 14,200 pounds at gross vehicle weight, sleep 4 to 8 occupants, and are priced from $80,000 to $150,000 new. The format is the most commonly rented motorized RV in North America. A subcategory designated Super C replaces the standard cutaway front end with a commercial truck chassis rated to 950 pound-feet of torque from a heavy-duty turbo diesel engine, producing a rig capable of towing a trailer exceeding the gross weight of many Class A coaches. The overcab bunk presents a blunt aerodynamic profile that increases lateral force on the body during sustained crosswind conditions, compared to Class A or Class B units of comparable length.